positive story about your company. So today, we're gonna create one right here. So, all right, in my pocket right here, I have a ticket to see the new Star Wars movie, okay? So this is the contest. The person who does the best Chewbacca impression, you're gonna win this ticket, all right? I need 3 people, one from this side, one from the middle, one from that side. So, anybody over here? No Chewbacca fans, okay. In the middle, got you. Anybody over here? Okay, one more person? One more. And you, okay, all right. So, give us your best Chewbacca. Okay, what do you think? Good? Okay, great. All right, let's try you. A little bit of gargling. All right, one more try.
I don't think I can.
Okay, all right.
Too quickly.
And you. Oh, wow. It's a good one. Okay, so you win, sir. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating my own moment. So on social media, create giveaways, create contests. They can be low cost. They can be $25. They can be a free scarf, a consultation. You can create positive things on social media. So I give this to my customer on social media. He has that now. Hopefully, you retweet this, take a picture. I went to this conference, this guy in a tight suit, give me a gift card. That'd be great.
I'm going to get a selfie with that later.
Exactly. So you can create those moments for your business, all right? And you know, when I give things away, I always like to be, you lost. She came in, you're first. I'm sorry, you're third. And you're second. So I have a Chewbacca pass dispenser for you. You can't see the movie, but you have this. So thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. So in your business, you can find ways to elicit those positive testimonials. You can ask your customers, come up with contests, come up with who does the best impression, the best whatever. Those are the kinds of things that people want to see. They say, hey, this brand is real. This guy is real, you know, and it's relevant. So it can be something to do with Star Wars, Star Trek, something to do with Valentine's Day. You know, try to be, I guess, seasonal with your promotion. All right? Okay, moving on to live video. And I said this earlier, but live video is so powerful because as human beings, we love to see things live. Once again, that's why concerts are so impactful. That's why sporting events are so great, because we don't know what's happening next. So people that watch live video 8 times longer than recorded video. So that's literally 5 minutes to 45 minutes. That's a huge amount of time. So what live video does, it allows you to engage more with your customer. It brings them more in with your brand, okay? So I have an example here of some live video. This is a live video from Facebook. This is a video of some meeting that the past president was having, and he put it on live video on Facebook. And people, you know, you can like, you can share, thumbs up, thumbs down, you can make comments, but what it does is it invites people into your business, into your brand. So think about ways that you can use live video in your company. So, like I said, how can you use live video in your company? Anybody, just shout it out. How can you use it in your company? Yes.
Well, I do the social media for a marketing agency.
Okay.
An agency. So for Instagram, I've used the idea of giving behind the scenes look.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
So like live video during, we had our website redesign launch party.
Right.
One of our clients, we launched their website, so we did
Okay.
a live video at that. So like giving more of a behind the scenes,
Yeah.
day-to-day look at our company, so people see us as people and
Right.
not just robots.
Exactly. That was awesome. Anyone else? Yes.
It definitely helps with accessibility. So
Yes.
if people can't make it to an event or a seminar like this,
Exactly.
just live video it and
Right.
be able to get all the information.
Great. Anyone else?
I have a question though. So
Sure.
I noticed that you guys have services, or you know, I'm a UPS store owner, right?
Okay.
So how can I use the live video in my business? Because it's a product.
Yeah.
We're providing a service.
Right.
So while I'm packing something.
Yeah, there's
I guess,
plenty of
or-
things. Packing, a delivery. If you have a, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's the holiday season, so you could like
Yeah.
make it in a they're Santa's helpers.
Right.
So they're packaging gifts to help Santa, and like you have that aspect, or you know whatever people believe in, if you want to keep it neutral. But that's like one way to do it is like make it have somebody dress up as Santa. Oh, I'm coming to pick up my presents. Give around the world.
Right.
I think you can make your staff human with that.
Yeah.
Because you're owner of a UPS store, people.
Definitely.
When I look at the brand FedEx and UPS, whether
It
it's
seemed very cold.
right,
Yeah.
like it's very fortress.
Yeah, yep.
So
Yeah, that's
bringing
true.
your people to life behind the scenes would be something that would give them a personal connection with the store.
Right, and if you have like a great customer, somebody that waits for you to come every day, it's like, oh, get them a video. You pull up, have them around the house, and they get their package. That will go viral. Get an old person though. That works better. Old person. That has a little bit of limp to it. That'll work great. So, yes.
What would you say the difference is between doing a live video and then adding to your story? Because like Instagram,
Right.
Snapchat, your story lasts 24 hours or however long.
Yeah, well, Instagram is changing that now. So you can kind of save stories to be on your profile. They can be permanent stories. So you can do stories on Instagram that disappear in 24 hours, or you can record that. I love Facebook because as soon as you do it on the page, it loads and there's a video there for you. So Facebook is great because it already does it for you. And I love Facebook too because Instagram it's big, but not the biggest Facebook. So you probably already have hundreds of fans, hopefully, and followers on Facebook. So when you do this live video, they're going to see it right away. Sometimes Instagram, people have less followers, and they may not see something. But doing a live video on Facebook, people are definitely going to see that.
It's also about like the type of engagement that you're going for.
Yeah.
So when I'm like going on Instagram or Facebook and I see somebody's story, it's about like an at a glance of their day. And
Right.
like just catching up with the updates, whereas like a live video is like
A little bit longer,
constant
yeah.
engagement.
So yeah, behind the scenes are great. Interviews, testimonials. If you're speaking somewhere, product demonstrations. So talk about the difference between 3D shipping and standard shipping. Things like that can go viral. And you in the back?
I was just going to comment and say, like, I know personally when I'm looking at other businesses and they're using the story feature on Instagram, it's more like a repetition. So I'm seeing their ad
Right.
and it's like more often. But when I can say like the full version on a live video on like Facebook, it's different. But I want to go back and see daily what's happening.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
that business or that brand.
Okay, yes.
What is your guideline for length on Facebook?
Live video, I would say there's no limit really. I mean, I would try to stay in maybe an hour on a live stream, but once again, you saw us that earlier. Recorded video, 5 minutes. Live video, 45 minutes. So maybe I'm not engaged the whole time. It's kind of like TV. Maybe I'm typing on my computer doing my real job, and every once in a while I just glance at the screen. So live video, you don't want something that's terribly long, but 40 minutes to an hour is good. You can even brand it. Say every morning, we do a live stream, 5 minutes long. I'm going to give you 5 tips for the week on whatever topic, and do that as a kind of an ongoing series. So 5 minutes with, what's your name? I can't see it.
Cindy.
Cindy. 5 minutes with Cindy every morning. We do that at 9 a.m. every morning. You're talking, giving your 5 tips for the day. So there's different ways you can tie it in.
Great.
All right. One more question, yes.
What is the comment like with the live video and on
Right.
Facebook versus Instagram? That's what I have to know about your audience.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I'm also a millennial. So I'm on Instagram more than I'm on Facebook. Whereas my mom,
Right.
who is not a millennial, is on Facebook more than she doesn't even have Instagram. And when we talk about Generation Z, they're more on Snapchat. So it's like you gotta find what platform works for what audience you're trying to reach. Like if you have
Right.
a toy, like a kid's toy, you wanna go to Snapchat. Whereas if you have, I don't know, like clothing, fashionable clothing, you wanna go on Instagram. Just making that sure you add that aspect. To have live video on Facebook, just to have it, doesn't really help if you're not reaching the right audience.
Thank you. That was a great comment. My next slide, you just did it, but that's okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, but yeah, just find ways that you can, use live video in your business. And going back to my first slide, I have a quote here, and it says, "Document, don't create." So don't put too much thought into it. Live video doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay if you say a word wrong, if your hair is not done, well, do it some, but if you don't have makeup on, that's okay because it's live and it's real. So document, just turn your camera on, hey, this is a meeting, this is an interview, this is me delivering a package, and use it that way. Okay, next topic is paid social media. I have a great stat here, it's very telling. It says that less than 20% of the content you post on social media is seen by your audience. Less than 20%, so that's really, really low. And like I said before, social media kind of tricked us. When it came out a few years back, it was this free organic thing you could get on and reach people all over the world. Now you still can. Your post still may go viral, may still reach your target audience, but more and more you need to pay to play. So you want to try to do sponsored ads and posts on Instagram, on Facebook, and other networks. And the thing too I love about advertising on social media is, unlike TV and radio where you're hitting this huge amount of people that you're hitting everybody, not your demographic. What I love about social media, you can target your person right down to the way they dress, what school they went to, if they're an early adopter, how much money they make. So social media ads are highly targeted. They're highly targeted, they're cost effective and efficient, and they're targeting your person. You're not talking to everybody, but you're talking to your key consumer. So social media is a great way to focus in on your target demographic. Okay, so repeat after me. Social media is not free. Okay, that's good. All right, so social media is not free. So, you can't get some intern off the street to do it for you. Social media does take time. It takes a strategy, and it takes some money. I'm not saying you have to spend $1,000 a month on promoting posts, but even $5, $10, $20 sponsoring an ad on Facebook or Instagram and seeing how that works for you. And like I said, it's so great because you can target your exact consumer. You're talking to somebody that wants to buy your product. You're not running an ad on TV or something in the paper where you're talking to everybody. So I have some examples here of brands that have used paid social media and it's worked very well for them. So this is a popular cruise line. They did an ad on Facebook and an ad on Instagram, and it was a video ad. And it gave people kind of a tour of their new ship and some of the features. So I'll let this play for a minute. Okay, so it goes a little bit more, but you kind of see what it does. It's quickly showing you things about the ship. It's getting you enticed, and hopefully it causes you at some point to book a cruise with this cruise line. And on average, this video was viewed 72 seconds. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but online, that's a good amount of time. So for 72 seconds, that person was engaged with that brand. And the stat that I love is the cost per action was 17 cents. So you're not gonna find that kind of cost per action on TV or on radio. But through social media, through hyper targeting, you can have a high engagement rate and also a low cost per click. So really in your business, find ways to do sponsored posts, find your demographic and put out information, videos and pictures that speak to them. One more example of you. This is Mercedes-Benz. Okay, this is Mercedes-Benz, and they did a similar promotion for one of their new cars out. This campaign ran for a few weeks. It had 21,000 leads, which is pretty good. And that's people that signed up saying they want to come to the dealership and do a test drive, often this video. This video also reached 4 million people on Facebook and Instagram. And I want to say it again, on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're not aware that Facebook and Instagram, they're together. So once you set up an ad on Facebook, it can also be shown on Instagram. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, and you're reaching kind of, I guess, multiple generations. You mentioned hitting the baby boomers, maybe on Facebook, and Generation Z, and the millennials on Instagram. You got a question, sir?
17 cents per action.
Yeah.
What does per action mean? Viewing, every time somebody clicks and looks at it?
Yeah, that could be a click. So they clicked on the ad, they wanted to see it. It's kind of vague, but action could be a view. An action could be clicking on it, then filling out a form. So that could be considered an action.
So let's say 10,000 people saw it, then
Yeah.
it would be 1,700, I guess, the cost.
Yeah, but once again, you can put in a budget for your ad. So if you want to have it be seen $20, $30, $100, you can do that. And you know, Facebook and Instagram made it really easy. Like anybody can do it. They'll tell you, you know, for $5, you're supposed to reach this many people. For $20, this many people. And you can choose to run it over 1, 2, 3 days or a week or ongoing. So, you know, it's really an effective way to reach your target consumer on social media. Before I move on, any questions about paid social media? Is anybody currently doing any paid promotions in their business now? You are, okay.
I am.
How's it going for you?
Awesome.
Awesome, great. Are you on
Man,
Facebook?
Everything you say there, yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook promoted posts right now I think is the best dollar value. I spend the most of my spend on Google AdWords, but I like Facebook promoted posts because the audience, I can slice them
Yeah.
so narrowly that they see the ads I want them to see with the frequency I want them to see it on. And we're also doing it in case you missed it. So we do a secondary run later on that'll kind of remind them and also catch those that didn't see it the first time around. We do a little bit of Snapchat. I'm still trying to figure out the filter side,
Right.
where the value is on that
Yeah.
one. But Instagram, we're playing there as well. But
Okay.
Facebook right now, in my mind, top dollar
Yeah.
spend out there.
Great. Anyone else using paid ads? No? Okay. But yeah, it's a great thing for your business. There's a low cost of entry. You know, you can lose money, but you can set your budget. So experiment with $5, $10, $20, $100 and see how you go. And as you do posts, you learn what works, what doesn't work, who you should target, who you shouldn't target. And as you go along, you build. You reach more people and your cost per action will go down because the more targeted your ad is, the more targeted your audience is, the costs go down. All right? So moving on to Generation Z. And like I said, I'm turning 35 in a few days, so I'll be leaving the millennial crowd. A little sad about that. So, but Generation Z is the next generation. They're coming up now. And like I said before, you know, these kids, they were born with digital. I was born in 1982, so I was born in the analog era. You know, we still had tapes. You had to rewind things, cassette tapes, all that crazy stuff. Things were still analog. But, you know, as I became a teenager, things became digital. You know, social media came around and phones came around and things got more digital. So I'm kind of stuck in the middle. I kind of get both. But your new customer, they're all digital. They came out understanding digital, understanding what works. You know, from a young age, they were on their cell phones. They come out the womb, you know, with an email address, with an Instagram account.
That's 7 minutes.
Okay, great. Okay, so, yeah, but that's your new customer. So as a business going forward, you have to craft a strategy to reach this target consumer. Right now, they account for 69 million people in the US. That's 22% of the population. And the big stat is they have a total spending power of $43 billion. So going into 2018, going into the future, you have to begin to market, you have to begin to reach your next generation of customers, and that is Generation Z. One last thing, Generation Z, they expect the brand to be social. They expect you to be digital. They expect you to be mobile friendly. They're expecting you to be this. If you're not that, they're not gonna choose your company. So whether you're in finance, whether you're in law or fashion, whatever industry it is, look at Uber. Look at all these things. Look at Airbnb. All these new brands are coming along, doing things differently. So the brand, to stay relevant for next generation, you have to begin to be speaking to your customer, your next generation, on social media. So questions, what is your Snapchat strategy? Do you have one? Do you even know what it is? If not, you need to begin to craft one because that's where the future is. The same goes for Instagram. What's your Instagram strategy? Are you doing paid ads? Do you have stories? Are you hashtagging? Do you have a hashtag for your company? You do? What is it?
SRBcom. That's our Pittsburgh marketing agency.
Yeah, that's kind of boring. Okay.
For our clients, PGCCW.
Right. Anybody else have a hashtag they use for their brand? Yes.
FAI will.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so yeah, do you have a strategy? Do you even have a hashtag? And the same thing goes for one of the forgotten things is messaging. So after we get on our phones, we make phone calls and go on social media, one of the main functions of phones now is messaging. So you need to find ways to build that into your brand. So messaging can be customer service oriented, people asking questions about your product or service. So don't ignore that message that you see on Instagram, that you see on Facebook. Open that and answer that. People expect a response in under an hour. And sometimes that can be someone that really wants to work with your business. So go through your messages, go through your DMs, see what's in there, and be sure to have a strategy where you go in daily, every 2 days, and respond to messages from your customers. All right?
And along those notes, just a
Yeah.
comment, if you have a branded Facebook page that you monitor, Facebook will rate you on how quickly you
Yeah.
respond to customers' messages on there. And you can aspire to get to that sort of
Right.
sub 1 minute.
Yeah,
It's tough.
yeah,
You gotta
it's
be
tough.
on 24/7.
Right.
I think last time I checked, we were at 11 minutes response
Right.
time, which was very good by Facebook standards.
Yeah, yep, great point. Brings us to our last topic, which is storytelling. And like I said earlier, the brands that tell the best stories are the brands that are winning. The market leaders are telling the best stories. So it goes back to childhood. We were all kids once. Some of us are still kids at heart. Sorry about that. Kids at heart, but you remember a kid, tell me a story. You want to know a story. Tell me the story. That pulled you in as a kid. Even now, you want to see a video. You want to watch Netflix and Hulu. You want to watch TV. You want to play a song. Why? Because they're telling stories. So the best brands, the best artists, the best acts in the world, the best lawyers and doctors, it's not about your profession, how good you are. You want to be good, but it's about the storytelling. If I come to you, are you a lawyer? You have a lawyer look to you. But let's say you're a lawyer. I'm going to choose you over you because you were real with me. You connected. You told a story about how you started out in your law practice, how you fought for your clients. I'm going to say, wow, he may even cost more than you. Okay? 3 times as much. But I'm saying, you know what? I want this guy because he gets it. He gets my story. So with storytelling, it's not about, sometimes here. It's about here. So hit your clients here and tell a great story. Apple is a huge company. They're doing everything, and they win because they tell a great story. Apple tells a story of people challenging the norms. If you have an iPhone, somehow you're better in the business. If you have an iPhone, somehow you're more successful in life. Maybe not true, but it has that story with it. So everything you see from Apple is a constant story. And they have a brand, and that logo, everybody knows it. Why? Because they have a great story to go behind that logo. The next one is Nike. One of the most recognizable symbols in the world is that check. Nike tells the story of people doing the impossible. Be like Mike, be like LeBron. Bad news is you never be like them, but they want you to believe that. They speak to that inner warrior, that inner champion, that inner athlete in all of us. And it resonates people. Be the best you can be. Get out there, just do it. What does that mean? I still don't know, but just do it. Whatever it is, do it. Everybody remembers that. Just do it. That's like a mantra for your life. Hey, this morning I'm not feeling good. Just do it. Just do it. Keep going. So things like that, stories bring people in. So in closing, I want to talk too about Walt Disney. They tell a great story. They are in the business of storytelling. From their theme parks to their movies to their stores in the mall, they tell a great story. They tell a story about your childhood, about happiness, about magic, and about the future and what can become, and that pulls you in. Because everybody has fond memories, hopefully, of your childhood, and they kind of bring that back. That time when you were still vulnerable in a sense, and you're open to the world and the possibilities. You say, wow, this place is magical. I want to be there. So they tell a great story, and that's why they're a leader. So in closing, I said a lot of things today, a lot of good things. Hopefully some were funny. But it's really important as we enter 2018 that your brand becomes a storyteller. Social media is great. It's another tool in your marketing toolbox, just like your website or email or anything, but use social media to tell stories. Sit down, do some brainstorming, figure out what things can you share with your company, what things are going to make your brand human and pull people in. If you can't do that, I can help you.